Hello and welcome to Star Trucker. This is a game that's very similar to Euro Truck Simulator or American Truck Simulator. Same kind of deal, except you are driving a truck in space. This is your truck. Now, you can view your truck from either the inside or the outside. In particular, when I'm docking, I like to be on the outside because it's much easier to dock. I went way too high there. Much easier to dock than trying to do it from the inside view. So the premise of the game is that you're just trucking. You're trucking through space. That's basically the pitch. It's supposed to be a relaxing sort of game that you can just play like Euro Truck Simulator. Although it kind of misses the mark for me a bit, because there are a number of problems that the game has that I hope that they will do something about. And I'll kind of get into that. Somebody's beeping at me. Just go by. Just go by. So one of the things that I'll get to in a second here is the control panel here, where everything in your truck runs on batteries or on batteries and data systems, right? Oh, I should probably turn the lights on so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I need to show you the control panel. So you have your your control panel, your speed, your gas, I think this is the oxygen level, I believe. You got different lights and switches on here. The temperature is something you have to think about. You got to make sure that it's not too hot or too cold in the cab here. 68 degrees seems a little bit better. But you have all these different power cells for the core systems on the left, magnetic drives on the right, which are the thrusters, basically. Then you have oxygen, gravity, and the suit. And all of these batteries drain relatively fast, so you're gonna have to swap out the batteries pretty often, which I find rather annoying. You also have the oxygen, which tends to be a problem. You have these filters that you have to think about. You can see that 2 of them are at 0% efficiency, which means I need to buy more, and they are expensive, so I gotta think about that. And there's also a cruise control. You have different lights on the outside of the vehicle here. You can turn drive assist on or off. I would keep it on. It uses more battery, but this will help stabilize the truck so that you don't have to constantly fiddle with the up, down, left, and right and trying to make sure that the truck is straight. So you have in the back here, you have a bunch of storage space for things. You can have these little containers here. You can put anything you want. I have batteries in here, but you can buy goods, small goods that you can put on these shelves and sell at other stations. There are price indicators on everything in the shop, or not just the price, but also it will tell you this is normally $500. It's actually $560 here. It's more than what it usually is, and you can find things that are lower than what they usually are. So these batteries are lower than what they would normally be. I'm going to take 2 of those. I don't need that. I don't need fuel. None of this other stuff I need. But these are things that you can buy. This micro stabilizer, I don't know that this is used for anything, or this is just a good that you can sell. Same with data cables, electronic kits, butane tank, there's propane tanks, stim packs, there's food. This is all stuff that you can just put in the truck and sell it other places. This is not a load that you haul to be delivered anywhere. This is just a little bit of trading. So this is going to cost a decent amount of money. You can see that I'm way in debt here, which has been a big problem for me. I'm going to buy the batteries. They'll come in this airlock, and I'm going to replace some of the batteries. I just need to check and see which ones it was that I need change. Fortunately, I can reach this from here. So we got one of the cores. It's real low, so we're going to get rid of that. Put that in there. And then the gravity. I'd like to not run out of gravity because that's pretty annoying when that happens. I will keep these batteries that don't have a lot of charge. Anyway, well, I don't know. That one's at 6. This one's at 3. I guess there's no point in keeping those. I'll just sell them. Because it's not really going to be any good to me. Make a little bit of money off of that. One of the complaints that I have is that you are constantly having to change out these batteries all the time. The batteries, and there are these UCC units, which are, I guess, handle the data of running the computer system that runs that particular thing on your truck. So this is the gravity control. It needs like a little computer input or whatever to help manage it. If you pull one of these out, it will short out the system and turn everything off. See how everything turns off? Now I have to put that back in, but that's not enough. You have to come over to the breaker here, flip on the core systems, flip the gravity compensator on, suit charger, the climate regulator. So if you're gonna swap out one of these, what you'd have to do is you have to turn off the breaker. The gravity turns off, but it won't short out the system. And I think actually it might damage. Let me see, actually, that's at 44. Oh yeah, look at that. It was at 44, now it's at 24. Durability. So that actually damages that unit if you just yank that out of there without turning off the breaker. Actually, what I should probably do is I should probably buy another UCC because that one's really low now, which I will do. Only 150 bucks. That's not bad. I'll just grab that. Actually, I hadn't known that before, that it would actually damage the system. We're gonna try to find a job to do here. I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but it would be really nice if instead of having a separate docking station for the shop and the job board, if those were combined, because it's kind of a pain to have to dock and undock when you want to shop and get a job. It would be a lot more convenient, a nicer quality of life change if I could dock in one place and I could get access to the jobs and the goods if I need to buy something. You could easily change the menu so that it includes both the jobs and the goods. I just need to line myself up here. You can turn left and right, and you can also rotate. When you're backing up, you've got the rear camera here. All you need to do is make sure that center cross is within that green circle for the docking station. I have gotten quite a bit better at this. Before I kind of struggled with it, but I have gotten more precise with this. And it also kind of adjusts you so that you go straight in when it locks on and pulls you in here. So here we have the job board. There's a bunch of different jobs that you can take. Some of them, this is organized by distance. Some of them are in the same system that I'm in. So I would want to take one of these that's in Tank Town. But there are others that you can go to. Like I can go to the junk fields and pick something up. I can go all the way to the Emerald Junction. It's 14.5 light years away. I don't want to go that far. Some of these are like a normal sort of job. This one is this medical supplies. Some of these are rush deliveries. So you have a shorter amount of time than usual. Hello, hi, this is future me talking. I go on to talk about the just-in-time orders here, but I didn't explain them correctly. The just-in-time orders, you are on a short time crunch in order to make the deliveries. On top of that, you have to deliver within a certain time, certain times. So it's not just you have to get there in 2 hours, but you have to deliver it between, let's say, 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. if you show up late, then you're late. But if you get there before 6 a.m., you can't make the delivery and you have to sit and wait until the clock hits 6, which is very silly that you can't deliver it early. They should change that so that you can deliver it early. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to clarify it because when I was explaining it as I was recording it earlier, I didn't explain that correctly. I guess I'll have to take this tanker. A little over $1,000. Got fertilizer. Got the weight. I did get an upgrade where you can haul more than one container, but there aren't any container jobs available here. You can read this if you want to, but you don't have to. You can just take the job, deliver it, don't damage it, make sure it's on time, and you'll be fine. We can take that, and then that cargo load, oh, it's right there, so it's very close. So we just undock. And you can also see that I'm way in debt. I don't even remember what happened exactly. I think I was taking a load somewhere, and then I ran out of oxygen. I had to be rescued, and that cost a bunch of money, and it cost me so much money that I went into debt, and then I had some other mishaps with crashing into things and having other problems. I think I ran out of fuel at one point, which was not great, but those things happen in this game. You can run into some trouble. Probably if you're better at this than I am, you wouldn't run into those problems, but I tend to go a little bit too fast, and I don't anticipate the turns very well. So that's a bit of a problem. I'm going to turn on cruise control here. I'm going to get up to 65 here. And then hopefully not crash into anything here. I'm probably going to. I need to pull the emergency brake, actually. See what I mean? Oh, look at that. I almost hit that. Look at that. Okay, now I'm just going to back up here. I'm just going to back the frig up. Myself turned. Don't run into that, please. Yeah, I mean, you can see that the tanker it's a little finicky to deal with. I think I'm getting myself more stuck. I think we're okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah. We're okay. We're okay. A little scary, a little bit scary. So I'm gonna turn on cruise control. I'm gonna keep it at a nice 55. Not drive too fast. Get out of the way, please. Not drive too fast here. Speed limit's 85. I am not gonna go 85. I do not want to hit things. I have hit those signs, by the way, and knocked them off completely, which is really bad. But, I mean, what you're seeing now is like the core of the game. And if you're just driving... Oh, my oxygen level is low. That's great. Okay. So I'm going to need to do something about this, which means I... Oh, actually, no, I can't, because I'd have to... Oh, no, I could. I could do something about this. I can unhitch the load here. In fact, maybe I should... Ah, that's kind of far away. Let's just keep going. I should be able to unhitch the load, and then I can get off and go buy a new air filter. So I still have one air filter in use, but I guess that's not enough to keep the system going. And this has happened several times to me now where I'm running out of oxygen. I actually think it's starting to fade a little bit. I actually think I need to get off and change this out now. I think maybe if I put this in a primary, one of the primary ones, it will work. I don't think so, actually. No, see, that's not going to work. If both filters don't work, then you're gonna run out. The one thing I can do to kind of save myself is to get in the suit here, and then there's oxygen out here. Then I can get back in, and then I think I need to park this somewhere and be getting in and out of the suit, unfortunately, and get to a shop and buy a new air filter, because this is gonna totally screw me over. And I need to get to a shop because I'm gonna run out of oxygen, and if that happens, I have to forfeit this load, and then I'm gonna be even more in debt, and it's gonna be a real big problem. I may be at a point where I just have to like start the game over or something, or revert to an older save, but I overwrote my saves because I thought there won't be a problem, right? Surely there won't be a major problem. And then I ran into problems, and now I'm $15,000 in debt. So yeah, I need to go change this filter. But this is one of the frustrations. Like I think I was mentioning before, with swapping out filters, swapping out batteries, it becomes an annoyance that you have to deal with. And it's really not fun. Like, that part's not fun. That part's really frustrating to have to deal with that. So I'm going to turn off the cruise control and slow it down a bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna turn in here. I'm gonna park, and then I'm gonna have to drive around. I need to unhitch, and I gotta get around to the shop so I can buy a new air filter. This may not be the best way to showcase this game, but I think maybe it is, because you get to see the kind of frustration that happens here, that you have to deal with this kind of stuff. And this sort of thing happens too often, I feel. I think it happens too often. And if they have, oh my god, they don't have air filters. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. Oh no. Why do they not have air filters? See, that's the other thing. These shops don't have a lot. Like, you would think a big truck stop like this would have a lot of supplies, right? That would make sense. There's a lot of trucks coming through here. It makes sense to have lots of batteries, lots of filters, so that these truckers don't run out of the things that they need. And that's just not the case. I think before I went into the shop, there were 5 batteries, but with the speed at which the batteries go out, that's not very many. Even if you buy all 5, you're still gonna have to buy them pretty often. And I mean, having no air filters is like, really? No air filters at all? That really stinks. I'm gonna wait for this truck to go by, and then I'm gonna pull out here. But yeah, I think they need to adjust that for sure, and increase the durability or the lifespan of the batteries, of the air filters. I'm hoping that I can get, I don't want to go that fast. I'm hoping that I can get over to the next station and get to a shop and get another air filter. I don't think I can sit down in the suit and have that oxygen supply, although that might be something that I can try. Actually, let me try it. That might work. Oh my god. Oh, it'll work. Oh. By the way, don't honk at me. I didn't think that would work. Oh. I found a way. Okay. Okay. All the sound is a little bit muffled because I'm in the suit. But at least I can survive. That's good. And the oxygen level is going up for some reason. I don't know why that is. But yeah, to have to do this is like, oh, the cab oxygen going up. Oh, because I'm not using any because I'm in the suit. That's why. It has the usage rate. I'm not using any. Okay. It's a little janky, but it'll work. If you get all, well, I was gonna say if you get all 4 filters, it would help. It might. You might not deplete the oxygen as quickly, but once you get down to 1 filter is not enough to keep enough oxygen in here, which I think is something else that should change. If you've got 4 filters, it should be once that last filter starts or gets low enough in its lifespan and its durability, that's when the oxygen level in the cab starts to drop, and that's when you start to encounter a problem. Not like it is now, where one of the 2 filters is at 0, and then you're losing so much oxygen that you can't survive. Even when the other filter, this one's at 83%, is perfectly good, but it's not enough. Drop this off here, and then I need to get to a store. Pay me. So, at the end of the job, you get a little summary here. Time taken, distance traveled, fuel used. You got your base amount that you're paid. You can get an early delivery bonus if you get there before the delivery time. It's not worth any experience points, which is kind of odd. Careless driving, that'll be from hitting something. Damage to the client's property, that's from hitting stuff. But we still got paid. If you rack up enough of these offenses, you might completely destroy the trailer and you just don't get paid at all. So it pays to be a little bit careful when you're doing these things, which I'm not so great at. But these sort of frustrations that happen in this game, like this, are frustrating, and it takes away from what's supposed to be a relaxing experience. You're supposed to just be able to drive and have a nice time. And I know that Euro Truck Simulator is not relaxing all the time, because you might run into things, other cars, buildings, whatever. You might mess it up when you... I need to take the suit off because this beeping is going to get really annoying. It's not all rosy when you're playing Euro Truck Simulator. You might run into problems, and you almost certainly will. But at least in Euro Truck Simulator, I haven't played it, but you're not going to have a situation where you have a bunch of batteries that you have to swap out all the time, or air filters that you have to swap out all the time. Hi, hello, this is Future Spencer again, interjecting here. I end up rambling for about 10 minutes here. I want to get straight to the point and wrap up the video right now. So what I would recommend is that you wishlist this game. And the developer did make a blog post about a week ago from when I upload this video. It's September 18th is when I'll put the video up. They did make a blog post. They said that they know about the battery issue, the air filters, and some other stuff, some other problems with the game. They are working on an update. So hopefully they get to that soon. And when they do, whenever this update happens, I don't have a time frame for you, I will look at this game again, let you know, are these things working better? Have they actually implemented these fixes? If they do, then I would be able to recommend the game for you to actually buy it and not just wishlist it right now. So I will keep you posted. You can check back here whenever they do this update. I'll be able to drive around and confirm that, yeah, I don't have to constantly stop and change out the batteries. And then you can be a little bit more confident about, okay, yes, I would like to purchase this game now that I know that these things are fixed. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to give me a follow, that'd be great. If you want to leave a like on this video, leave a comment, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. I will see you next time. Thank you for being here.